Okay.
So, all I was saying, without the lip reading involved, was that this is kind of a sort of short thing we're going to do before talking to the gaming press tomorrow to reveal everything that we're going to be talking about over the next 2 days. And Pascal, you've got some fans. So we haven't talked to any members of the gaming press yet. This is just kind of a live stream Q&A so that we can talk to you guys about everything that we're going to be showing over the next few days. Take your questions on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, or wherever, and just kind of talk about some of the things that we are revealing at Gamescom this year. So I guess first thing would be introductions. Well, we've already got a first question, but Pascal, do you want to go first, since you're the German element here?
Yeah, I'm Pascal. I'm the German community manager, so I do all the German PR, and you'll know me from the forums. I'm Word Benevolent, so I'm quite active there, and you probably recognize my name from tons of different places within Stronghold Kingdoms and all the community surrounding it.
Cool. And I am the marketing department at Firefly. My name's Nick. I'm on Twitter, for you who know me from there. But generally speaking, Pascal and I kind of handle a lot of the social media stuff at Firefly. I handle a lot of the stuff with Steam and our other partners, just kind of doing the trailers with our fantastic trailer guy who works in our Aberdeen office, and generally manage the marketing of the company and talk directly to you guys. So that's introductions out of the way. So we've got like 3 major announcements that are going to feed through to the Game Press tomorrow at Gamescom, and then through the press releases and the information that we send out over the next 3 days. The first thing is just to say that Kingdoms is very, very close to being something that we're satisfied with. Like, not necessarily close to a worldwide launch yet, but we're getting to the point now where it's working fantastically on iPad. It's working. Do you want to hold that up?
Yeah.
It's working on Android. It's kind of functioning in the way that we want it to. The UI is kind of comes to the point where we're very, very happy with it. It's great for sort of mobile players. It runs really smoothly on the devices that we have, and we're very happy with how it works technically and how it works in terms of the controls and everything now. So it shouldn't be too long until we're able to bring that out in some form. So you can see there's a very, very slight delay on the stream, and we've still got this weird black border. But anyway, so we're announcing that we're revealing both versions of the Games Press over the next couple of days, and we'll be putting out a proper gameplay trailer and some more footage of that over the next sort of 2-3 days. Pascal, show me this. Do the castle, do the village. It's good. Yeah. Oh, the internet's gone down. At least on that device. So yeah, so we're kind of showing people these 2 versions of the game. They're very, very far along now, so we're nearly at a point where we can kind of, announce a proper release window for the game and let you guys know when you're actually going to be able to play it. In terms of the sort of launch plan, we're going to be doing a closed beta first to make sure that all the current players are really happy with it, that it works really well. That you can have the same kind of experience you have on PC and Mac on mobile. And then after that, we're going to have a sort of very, very, very short soft launch period where we just make sure the game functions for new users, so people that haven't played Kingdoms before. Hopefully that period will be very, very short. We just want to make sure people enjoy it as much on mobile as they do on PC. And then the launch will come very, very shortly after that. So we said summer 2016 originally, and the sort of closed launch will still occur within that period, but we're not going to rush it out the door, and it's going to be something that comes out over sort of that staggered release over the next couple of months. So you can see it works on Android, iOS. I'll just open this up. Do you want to show them the global conflict in there?
Global conflict, yeah.
Let's click that first.
1 or 2?
Yeah, let's do 1. Oh, let me just zoom into it. Do you like working?
Yeah. Alright, so it works, but we still need to treat it like a...
Well, when you're using hotel Wi-Fi, you need to treat it very, very, very gently. Very, very gently. Yeah, so that's kind of where we're at with Kingdoms. We'll show you some more. There'll be a gameplay trailer coming out tomorrow, and then after that we'll release some more gameplay footage, and then sort of the questions that will come from that will be a bit more detailed, obviously, because you get a proper chance to look at the experience on mobile and how it differs to PC and how it's, how functionality, in terms of the functioning, it's the same, but there'll be new controls and new questions, I'm sure. So there we go. So that's Global Conflict live.
A little bit higher.
So you can see that. We've got all the game worlds functioning, a little on live build.
You see, we changed the design a bit, so you don't have those rigid borders that are in the PC version. It's a lot more, well, it looks more fluid. It's a lot more simplistic and just neater in the design, as you'd expect from a strategy app. So even though we're staying a hardcore strategy, we thought it just looks a bit better doing it this way.
Yeah, and we finally sort of color-coded the regions now, so the kind of house control looks a bit neater and just a bit more pleasant to the eye. And obviously we've got the village screen, so this is kind of the first time we've shown it on a tablet, but you've got the card screens there, you've got your research, all the different types, the tree. We've got castle screen, back to world, village, all the different troops, buildings. It's nice and easy to play. But like I said, this is kind of just a quick look at the mobile version. We'll be doing a proper in-depth kind of run through next week, and there'll be the gameplay trailer tomorrow, which I discussed. And yeah, so that's kind of where we're at with Kingdoms. Another thing we're talking about this week with press is the fact that we'll be re-releasing Stronghold Legends on Steam. So we'll be adding a new map pack to the game. There'll be slightly enhanced graphics, Steam trading cards, multiplayer will be obviously functioning with the game, because obviously Gamescom went down like 2 years, 3 years, 4 years ago now. We've been meaning to update that for a while now, so that'll be coming out next month. I'm not entirely sure when the release date is on that, but we're aiming for mid-September, so that's something we're really excited about, and it's going to be really, really cool. We're going to release a trailer for that tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure what time, but it'll probably be sort of midday, sort of Central European, so early in the morning for American fans. So that'll be really great. And then our sort of final announcement is that we'll be releasing Stronghold 2 as well next year in this sort of Steam edition. So just to be super clear, the Steam editions are going to include slightly enhanced graphics, new content, sort of all the bonus features that the various iterations of the game have come out with over the last couple of years. Am I missing anything? Working multiplayer, because obviously that's been a sticking point for people.
Then all the Steam stuff, trading cards, achievements. So anything you really expect from re-release on Steam or any Steam game, we're including that. And did you mention free updates?
Yeah, so the most interesting thing about it is that Steam allows us to upgrade everyone who already owns either of those two games on Steam for free. So if you own the Stronghold Collection, if you own Legends or 2 through that, then you'll be upgraded for free. There'll be no charge to you. The only people that will have to pay for Legends Steam Edition or Stronghold 2 Steam Edition are people that haven't bought the game through the collection, which is, I guess everyone that's watching this stream, and most of the people that kind of subscribe to our channels and follow us will probably own that by now. So the good news is that most of you will get it for free, which is nice.
And once we have multiplayer going, I'm sure we can start doing tournaments again.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I think we'll do one for Legends after it comes out next month, and then whenever 2 comes out next year, we'll probably run another one of those. We should have to think of some interesting prizes, like signed. I think we're running out of t-shirts. I've only got like 2 or 3 left myself, and I only have to wear them at the shows, and I'm pretty sure Pascal's down to 1. So, okay, cool. So, I guess those are our 3 main announcements to make. Like I said, new Legends trailer tomorrow, Kingdoms gameplay trailer tomorrow, and then more Kingdoms footage to follow next week, and more Legends stuff related coming out soon in anticipation of the release, which should be mid-September, probably on a Thursday. So we'll keep you updated on that, and we'll let you know as soon as we know the date for that. But those 2, both Legends and Kingdoms, are quite close to launch. Obviously Legends is going to come out first, Kingdoms will follow, launch in some form before the end of the year, even though it's the closed beta or the soft launch, and then the hard launch will follow very, very soon after the soft launch. And the soft launch being, because that's quite an interesting term, I guess, people don't know, soft launch means launching in sort of like one country to make sure it actually functions, actually works as a game. And, you know, functions technically, you know, functions in terms of new users being able to actually play and enjoy the game, and you know, tell us that we need to do any tweaks basically before it finally comes out. So, I want to start taking questions. Our first comment is, "Oh my, are you too cute?" Thank you. That's good to know. Should we check? Should we bring up Facebook as well?
Yeah, we can look through the ones on Facebook. I'll just do that on the phone.
Okay. I'm gonna have a look at the YouTube comments and see
I'll go to the
what people are
Kingdoms
asking.
page first. So YouTube, no, we're not filming this on a Lemon. This is done on the laptop webcam, and as Nick said, we're on the hotel Wi-Fi, which is good enough to stream, but not great enough to stream perfectly.
Yeah, apologies for the hotel Wi-Fi. It's out of our control. Okay, so the first question I'm seeing, the first actual question is, when will Stronghold Kingdoms release on Android? So we did a few surveys on Twitter and on Facebook, and a few email campaigns over the last sort of month or so, just to get an idea of, you know, how many people that play Kingdoms currently want to play on Android versus iOS, and it seems like it's weighed, you know, there are a significant number of people that want to play on Android basically. And we learned that very quickly when we announced originally for iOS, and then we found out soon after that everybody wanted an Android version. So we'll try and get those two launches as close to each other as possible. I can't make any specific announcements yet regarding that, but we're very aware of how many, you know, of our users play on Android. I mean, I use Android myself, you know, and a lot of people in the office do as well. So I guess one thing we could show you is that the game's currently working on Android, which would be good. But do you want to just get that going?
Yeah.
Just quit out and then open up your one, I guess. I think so, just to so yeah, so definitely come on Android as soon as possible, basically. And you know, we're very aware of the fact that a lot of the people that currently intend to play the game or have pre-registered to play the game do want to play on Android, and you know, a massive portion of our user base plays on Android. So we're very aware of that, and we'll try and get the two launches as close to each other as humanly possible. I mean, obviously everyone knows that Firefly's a very small studio, so we don't actually have that many people actively developing. And you know, we have several projects as well, so it will come when it will come, but we're going to try and get those two launches as close to each other as humanly possible. So let me just see if we've got any other questions.
Well, Neil says he's going to be at Gamescom tomorrow, so hopefully we're going to run into each other. We're going to have these t-shirts on, so if you see them, just say hello and we'll give you a live demonstration. And I'm just connecting to the server on the Android phone, so here is working proof that it works on Samsung as well.
Not just Samsung.
Well, yeah, but I mean on Android
like,
phones. So
just, yeah, to be absolutely clear, it functions perfectly on Android. It works basically as well as the iOS version. Yeah, like all the same functionality as you've got there. The UI is working perfectly well. Yeah, like the development of the two platforms is far more in sync now than it was earlier on, when we didn't quite know how many people wanted to play on Android. So yeah, this is kind of your first look at that. That's functioning really well for us. I'm really happy with how that's come on. So yes, this is so technically we're also revealing the Android version for the first time, which we've pretty much only shown to like one person before this live stream. So yes, that's cool. Yeah.
And the thing is, the game is done from a technical standpoint. So it works through just, you know, minor bugs that are still being fixed. What we're doing right now is we're still reviewing the user experience and the user interface, and that's what we're going to be concentrating on between now and the actual launch.
Yeah.
And once we are sure that it's going to give you the same level of enjoyment on the phone as it does on PC, that's when we're going to say, okay, let's get it out there. Let's get it out there to everyone. And that's the current plan.
Okay, cool. I'm going to have a little look and see if we've got any more YouTube questions.
Any more info on the closed beta?
Where's that?
That was down.
I was just going from the top down.
crying of happiness.
We're glad we can make you happy, Ben. Okay, so I'll work my way through the questions one by one. So I see Sergio and a few other people are asking about a new Stronghold. We've previously announced that this isn't in active development, and that's still the case, mainly because we're figuring out how to do it. It's still part of the plan. We still want to do a sort of PC-focused Stronghold. At one point, it will be a new game, but we haven't got any specific sort of hard plans for it at the moment in the sense that we are still sort of batting around ideas for what it should be, where it should sit on the sort of fantasy spectrum. We'll see how people respond to Stronghold Legends, whether it should be a return to the sort of super realistic roots of the series and like Stronghold 2 and Stronghold 1. We're kind of batting around lots of ideas at the moment. There's nothing concrete yet, but it's 100% still part of the plan. It's just that in terms of sort of upcoming Stronghold releases, it'll be Legends Steam Edition, Kingdoms iOS Android, Stronghold 2 Steam Edition, and then we'll probably be ready to talk about things related to titles beyond that after those all come out. So there's plenty of Stronghold games in the meantime, and plenty of sort of community events associated with that, like tournaments and whatnot. But for now, we're still betting around ideas, and we don't want to announce anything until we know exactly what kind of game we're making and how we're making it. So that's kind of most of the information I have on the new Stronghold. Anyone from the closed beta? So, as I said before, Kingdoms will be staggered between literally a closed, sort of an old school PC style closed beta where you have like a couple hundred players come in, let us know what they like about the mobile version, what they don't like about it, what we can improve from an existing player standpoint. That will probably happen quite soon, like literally within the next month or so, ideally, if everything goes to plan. Following on from that period, this will probably last for, I would imagine, for several weeks. Get the data in, and then we would have a sort of proper look at how much work is involved in actually making the changes that people want to the game. And then maybe sort of a month or so after that, looking at doing a soft launch, which would be in one country, and we would basically use that period to make sure the game works for completely new players as well. And then once we've done that launch, ideally it would be a very, very short period, because we already know the game works on PC. In terms of the gameplay experience, technically it works fine. So that should be a very, very short period, and then we should be able to do a worldwide launch quite soon after that. So essentially with Kingdoms, we are basically down to the point where we've got both versions functioning extremely well. We're just doing the sort of tutorial stuff and the early game stuff at the moment, and just sort of polishing up some of the edges that are rough at the moment, and making sure it's kind of up to the mobile standard before we launch it. So that's the kind of timeline. So yeah, closed beta very soon, soft launch soon, and then hard launch shortly after that. Have you got any questions on Facebook or anything?
No, none that weren't already answered, so this was more about when is the app coming? Please bring back Space Colony. Well, we have brought back Space Colony in the sense that we did re-release it on Steam in the Steam edition, doing pretty much what we were doing with Legends. Is we added new missions, we made graphic updates, so it's available in HD now in higher resolutions. Added more content, added more card packs, more cards to play and planets to play. And we've added all the Steam stuff, Steam achievements, Steam cards. So we have brought back Space Colony. I guess this person is asking for a sequel, which...
Yeah, I mean the good news is obviously it's not part of our plan, like, to be honest, at all at the moment. But yeah, we own the IP, so there are enough people purchased Space Colony Steam Edition. We could potentially make a sequel to that. It's totally within our power, and obviously, as you know now, we self-publish everything on Steam and on mobile, so that we don't have to sort of approach anyone else when it comes to our decision making. It's literally just down to our lead designer and production team to sort of decide whether we actually go ahead with that. So we love Space Colony. I mean, there's one guy in our London office who's sort of it's like one of his favourite games ever. So we would love to do that. But yeah, it's totally within our power to do that.
Then there's Louise is asking if they can get free codes for in-game goodies. Well, we don't have one on us right now, but if you've been following us on Facebook, you'll know that we've been posting daily little competitions where you can win like 5 random card packs with premium tokens at times. So log into Facebook daily and you'll have your chance to win free codes. And always keep an eye out for the client news anyway, because we'll be regularly posting free codes there and having giveaways. That's always a great source for getting free in-game items.
And also, as I'm just posting in the chat now,
yes,
you can, in fact, get a free code by pre-registering for the mobile edition, and I will post the link.
So anyone who signs up to pre-register for the mobile edition will be contacted immediately when it goes out worldwide, when it launches, and they will get a free Kingmaker starter pack. That's not the same as the one in Humble Bundle. A few months ago we gave out a Kingmaker starter pack on Humble Bundle. If you've redeemed that, don't worry, you'll also be able to redeem the one for pre-registration. So that's available for everyone. Anyone can redeem that code if they've signed up to the pre-registration. Did they get the code immediately, or is that sent out with
That's at launch.
launch? Okay, at launch.
There you go. So if you want a free Kingdoms code, sign up via that website, choose your platform, and you can join the other 10,000 people who have pre-registered with the game, and will get a free code when it comes out. Okay, so we've got our first eloquent Twitter question. Are you coming, new Stronghold game mate? Yes. Yes, there will be a Stronghold new game mate. Next question.
Windows Phone?
So Windows Phone isn't part of the plan at the moment, just because so doing these surveys, we at least on email did give the option to register that, and it just wasn't a significant enough number of people. We've literally got 2 people working on the mobile edition right now, and they're kind of finishing up work on that, so it's kind of tough enough doing 2 platforms between 2 coders. So Windows Phone isn't currently on the list, but who knows, you know, if the launch of Kingdoms on iOS and Android is really that explosive, then, you know, it's within our power, but it's not part of the plan right now.
When will Strong Kingdoms be released on the Nokia? I think that's beginning of April again. Yeah.
Yeah. No, Strong Kingdoms was released on 3310 back in, like, you know, the 2000s when that phone initially came out. I don't know why people are asking about that. Okay, so were you checking Facebook?
Yeah, I checked Facebook. Well, those were the non-repeating questions on Facebook. Replace stashes with Pokemon, and we will have 1 million more players in 24 hours.
Yeah, that's
that
a good
is
point.
true. It's
the power of branding.
Yeah.
If I had my phone, I could show you how many. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So I've caught a few Pokemon in Cologne. Yes, it's going well for us in between walking to the conference centre and walking between Respawn and GDC. You know, we've managed to catch a fair few, but
leveled up today. And
yeah, email Nintendo. I don't know what's
eggs.
going on there. Email Nintendo and tell them to give us the IP. You know, like we'll work wonders with it.
We'd love to.
What was that other? Look at Facebook. There was another question. New Stronghold for PC. Okay, well,
covered that one.
New Stronghold for PC. That'll obviously be Legends
and
and
the
2
coming out, and I'll see tomorrow, hopefully.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. So I think we kind of covered.
Let me check Instagram. Maybe someone asked post a question on Instagram. No, that's Pokemon.
So Sergey's asked, have you ever thought to make a reskin of Strong Crusader, for example, Strong Dynasties, with a Chinese-Japanese theme? I would love to do that.
Oh, that would be so amazing.
That would be very cool. One thing that's kind of been kicked around is the thought of doing a sort of another 2D Stronghold, but it's just the issue with that is that it would require a completely new engine, new pixel graphics and all that kind of stuff. So although we'd love to do that, it would be, you know, it's currently beyond our workload. But yeah, I mean that would be, you know, one of the dreams for many of us working here. So that would be cool. It would be fantastic. But we're not currently planning it. I think right now Stronghold's going to stay as 3D going forward, and that's true for Legends. That's true for Stronghold 2. That's true for the new Stronghold PC title that will eventually come further down the line. yeah, I think we need like a sort of a dedicated team to create a new 2D Stronghold. That would be really cool. But yeah, for the immediate future, the sort of the outlook is 3D right now. That's kind of what we're still
So
doing.
Jello is asking when Stronghold Kingdoms will be released for his Bellend. I never thought about using
Nice!
a touch UI in
That's
that kind of sense.
beautiful.
But it depends where your Bellend is, because you might be in the soft launch area.
Hey.
We don't know. Let us know where we.
Don't
where,
let us know.
No,
Don't let us know.
But, hang on. Does C# run natively on Bellend? Oh. Good question, James. I do not know. I think it depends on the version.
Okay, cool. So
have you thought of Modern Warfare Stronghold?
It wouldn't really be Stronghold.
It would have to be Stronghold Modern Warfare, not Modern Warfare Stronghold.
Again, another
you mean a
strong
modern,
IP that we would welcome from Activision, along with Pokemon from Nintendo. So I guess that covers everything from our end. We may have another live stream tomorrow if we have time after the show, because obviously that'll be our first day of Gamescom. So we'll kind of be able to talk a little bit more about Legends by then, because the trailer will be out, and also the Kingdoms trailer will be out, so you guys can see some gameplay and maybe have some more questions. So we'll probably do this again tomorrow, probably around this. Well, actually, we won't be able to do it around the same time because we'll finish at 6. But yeah, look out for announcements. The 2 new trailers coming tomorrow. The release of Legends next month. Kingdoms to follow shortly after in some form, and then 2 next year. And also follow us on Twitter at
So I'm just gonna
Firefly Worlds
for live updates from us.
Yeah. Cool.
Ignore the end, but yeah, you can.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, everyone. We'll speak to
Cool.
you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.